Introducing the new Heritage series from Mustad. Our heritage, your legacy. We'll start with a Mustad Heritage curved caddis. This is a size 14 barbless, C49. I have sheer olive 40/0. So we'll just attach this. This is the tactical emerger. A very good pattern. Just remove that. It works on both mayflies and caddis. And what I've got is a little Z-Lon for the shuck. We just hook that in. You can tie this with or without a trailing shuck. I prefer the trailing shuck. So we just go down here. Make sure your thread's flat. And just go down to there, and what I'll do is I'll cut that off staggered just there, and we'll fold that over and go back up. And what I'll do here is cut that off a little longer than the others. Makes a beautiful trailing shuck with its flashy bits. So what I want to do now is just build up a little taper on the body. Again, taking care that I've flattened my thread. Go up a little bit more. Don't want to go much further forward than that. This is an excellent pattern, as I said, for both caddis and mayflies. Just adjust the body to as and what you need. There we are. And I've got 3 moose mane hairs, one brown, one black, one white. What is very important here is we align the tips of all 3 approximately, and then we trim them off so they're the same length, and then we come to the ends and we trim them off to the short length of the shortest hair. It's important that you have all these the same length. So flatten my thread again, come in, I'm going to tie these in. So we go down to the base of the trailing shuck. I've lost one there. We'll just add that in again. There we are. That's good. Right down into the base of the trailing shuck. We want a nice taper on this body, and we can go up again, securing the ends. Just flatten out that taper. There we are. Now we have to take all 3 and you have to keep them parallel. Don't get them to cross over each other. It makes beautiful segmented quill bodies. And it's just that first turn, that first wrap, once you've got that in, the rest will go well. There we are. go up over the body. Try and stop them from twisting. There we go. And they're remarkably robust. You can give them a coat with UV resin if you wish, but I don't find it necessary, so I'll just wind my thread back, then I'll catch all three in, like so. Secure them, go forward a little. I can't break them off, they're that tough. So I'll come in, just trim those off and go back a wee ways, like so. What I've got now is I've stacked a little bunch of fine deer hair. Just measure that to the rear of the hook, like that. We go once round, tighten a little, twice round, tighten again, keeping hold of the bunch at the rear, and then we go through, working our way forward. And we can take a razor blade, keeping hold of the rear bunch again, and just trim off the worst, collect it up. There we go. That's perfect. Just need to trim off a little there. Like so. So we just secure that, going back over the ends. That's absolutely perfect, couldn't be better. So once we're there, I've got 3 CDC hackles which I've laid on top of each other. Just come into there, and again, once around, twice around, tighten, secure those, make sure it's in position. Yeah, that's perfect. And we'll come up again with our scissors, trim all that off. Little wax on the tying thread. This will grip the CDC nicely. We go back, just check that we've gone. Yeah, that's perfect, couldn't be better. Like so. And then I want to flatten my thread. All my thread spinning. One of these little strips of deer hair that I cut from a patch with the razor blade, and if there's any super long hairs I pull them out. What I want to do is just catch the ends in like that, and then I'll trim that off like so. This I keep for another job where I don't need tips. I'll take our dubbing needle, flatten our thread and split it. It's getting more and more difficult to do with age. And then just make sure I've got that open all the way up, like so, and then I'll put a little wax on the thread. This is important with the deer hair. Keep it in position, grip it, and then we'll put the clip all the way in. Release the deer hair like that, clip, and then while I'm holding the thread, So while I'm holding the thread together, I'll spin my bobbin clockwise. So we get a nice little deer hair hackle here. Give that another spin. There we go. And what I can do is, if you can see this, I'll pull all the hairs to one side as you would with a wet fly hackle. And go back. And got this nice deer hair collar. Like so. Tiny bit of wax on my thread. Come in. Tighten that up. Remove the tying thread. And there's the tactical emerger. I can just lift that little trailing shuck there so you can see it. Works an absolute treat, as I said, both on caddis and mayflies. If you enjoyed the videos, please like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching.